What's up, guys? It's Bye here. One thing I really like about Rise of Kingdoms is that they putting out update very frequently, and not just like some like minor bug fix or something, like some like really nice cool feature and like game optimization, right? So that is one thing I really like about this game. With that being said, we have update 1.0.48. March of the Ages are coming soon. With this update, we're going to see new KvK, new King skill, and a lot more. So let's go right into it here to see what they are going to bring for us here in this update. First one we want to see here is that this update is going to be around July 6th, right? So about a week from now. And the first thing that I am super hyped about this update is the Lost Kingdom Marche of the Age coming. This is a new KvK. And it will go live in a few kingdoms within 2 weeks after the update. So we'll probably go see it new KvK in about 4 to 6 weeks for a normal kingdoms, I think. So let's see what the new KvK has to offer here. Okay, so the new KvK is going to have a super large map. March of the Age map are twice the size of any other story maps. But my biggest concern is how many kingdoms are they going to put into this map, right? The map is gonna be twice large, but are they going to put like 2 or 3 or 4 times more the number of kingdoms into this map? I don't know, right? Like they could potentially put 40 kingdoms into this map here. They didn't say anything about like, hey, we're going to keep the same like 8 to like 10 kingdoms and you guys have a bigger map. They didn't say anything like that, right? So they could potentially put freaking 40 kingdoms into this big ass map here. So that is something we definitely need to wait for. Ancient pagodas. Governors are no longer free to move the city wherever they will and must first establish a foundation stone around the ancient pagoda under their control to move city. So this is like I like the idea. I like the idea of like not being able to teleport your city when like wherever you want on the map. It's kind of like makes sense, right? Because right in like for reality, right, you cannot just like move your city anytime you want, like constantly, right? Jumping like, hey, I can just move my city from one spot to the next spot to the next spot in like 2-3 minutes, right? It's not realistic, right? I think this is more like a realistic feel here, right? When you restricting your city from being moved, I would say you definitely need to like I think that you have to spend like either time to move your city or probably like more than hour, 2 hours, or even more. I don't know, but I think like adding some kind of mechanism to like make sure that you cannot move your city instantly kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense to me here. I like the idea. So I'm really looking forward to see what does it have to offer as well. So next one we're going to have forward camps. Governor can establish forward camps at the front lines, which are critical important structure for healing troops and supply reinforcement. Governor, careful placement of their forward camps will contribute significantly to victory in this map. So like again, right? Very similar idea here with not being able to move your city. Instead of you moving your city anywhere you want, now you are moving a camp. It's like a war camp, right? Back in the ancient history, right? Chinese history, when you want to like go and fight, you don't move your city, right? You are sending out marches of troops of army. They're sending out army and they're setting up camps that and the warrior, the soldier in those camps, they gotta fight, right? You don't move your city to fight. You move like a war camp. So like, I really like the idea. It's like very realistic in my opinion. So I am loving the idea right here. So next one we have is the supply radius. The supply radius is an area centered around the governor's city or forward camps for garrison troops and hugely impact your troop ability to do damage. Governors should try to limit their engagement to within the supply radius as much as possible. So I would say very similar to like the alliance territory in my opinion. So when you are on alliance territory, you gain some sort of a buff, I guess. So I would say very similar idea right there. Next one we have is the relic passes. The map is scattered with abandoned passes, so the relic as to be impossible to control or traverse. Zit throw a chaotic element into the mix of every kingdom at the beginning, as each fits a different set of strategic choice, and governor must proactively plan and discuss how to overcome such challenges. So I wonder what the king role is going to play in this kind of in this new KvK map here, right? Does it map involve a lot of like people talking, right? Usually it's just like the king, like the alliance leadership kind of involved into like the strategic planning on what do we do, what do we plan to build. But like this new KvK, I think it's going to involve a lot of like everybody, all the kingdom members from the look of it here. So far, right, I am super hyped for this KvK, and it does look like so far, right, it doesn't look like any kind of like pay to win just yet, because I do not see any kind of like crystal research, some although bullshit crystal mine kind of thing, right? But you never know. Maybe they're going to be like a research for the camp, right? Because it does say that you get that extra boost for when you find on the camp. So I don't know, right? So as of right now, I think the new KvK involving a lot of like strategy element into the new KvK. So like I am super hyped about this KvK here. I just can't wait. Maybe I'm gonna have to make like a new account on one of those like new kingdom to test it out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen here. Most likely, Kingdom 2 is gonna have this KvK again. But depend. I think depend on. I would say depend on which kingdom are currently in KvK or not. Right. Let's say if Kingdom 2 they are going to get into KvK in the next 2 weeks, or if they are already in KvK, they're not gonna be able to get this new KvK here. So I definitely have to check it out here to see which kingdoms new KvK is going to be available. Okay, next one we have some kind of like champion Olympia improvement, right? So far, right, I think a lot of people loving this new feature right here, right? This new game type right here. I would say people can get very competitive as well, and you can use it new feature to test out a lot like your commanders and have fun, right? You can have fun fighting anytime you want to. You don't have to wait for like KvK. You don't have to wait for like Arc of Osiris. Anytime you have some free time and you want like kicking some asses, like join up to like the champion of Olympia, and you can have some fun right there. So I love this new feature as well, and they are putting in some new improvement here. So let's see here, right? We have modified the color, right? Okay, so the color for the troop definitely helps there, right? Red and blue, sometimes like the red color is not very intuitive, because sometimes I kind of like got the idea that, oh, I am firing my own team a lot of time, because I try to target the red marches. So I think definitely changing the color for the team is definitely gonna help. Governor can tap on the battlefield to move, very good. Spawn zone now have a shorter time recovery versus the replenishment points, which is very good as well. I like it. Governor can now tap on an empty space. Okay, this one is good. Governor can tap light and befriend other governor on the result screen. That is the number 2. Okay, number 2 is giving you that ability to add other people friends. Number 4 is very similar to the movement on the map, and you like click on the map and you can drag your marches there. Definitely like a very good new feature here for the champion of Olympia. Governor can tap the map in the top right corner to issue mark orders. I thought we already have it. I saw some marker already. The power of damaging skill on the battlefield will now change with strength of the casting troop. Not 100% sure what does it mean, to be honest with you guys. Number 3, we got some other optimization coming here as well. For the earlier KvK 1 and 2, you are also going to be able to get some death troop backs, which is, I say, it's very nice. Definitely help some of the kingdom here to like prepare to the next KvK as well. If they suffer a lot of death troop, let's say they have a very tough KvK Season 1 and Season 2, it can definitely help them prepare for KvK Season 3 and Season 4. I really love this idea here. A very good feature, very good new additional adding on here from for Lilith. I love it. We've added a new alliance log feature to make it easy to check alliance event, member, battle information, and so on. Wow, can't wait to see what does it do. Uh, is that like a new way to track like player performance for like KvK? I don't know. VIP 18. VIP 18 has been officially released along with new exclusive buff. Oh my god. Well, Pay-to-win players, here you goes. You guys been asking for this VIP 18 for so long here. We have modified the Osiris League Grand Final format. 4 teams will enter the Osiris Grand Final with victory in semi-final decided by single match and victory in the final by best of 3. So first match is gonna be like instant elimination, I guess. And then the final is gonna be best out of 3 there. Number 5, we have imposed numerical caps on the ability of Governor to enter Kingdom using the beginner teleport to help foster a better player experience and ecosystem with such kingdom. Okay, so now you are no longer or restricted for like jumping here. You cannot make like a huge big jumping alliance to jumping into one kingdom here. I would say like very good idea. Kind of definitely like giving like a new complete beginner a much better experience in my opinion. I love it as well, right? Scuzo jumper, right? A lot of like jumper account kind of screwed up the entire kingdom as well at the beginning, right? You get like one kingdom that is super strong compared to other kingdom, right? Like this idea is I am welcome this idea with both hands. Number 6, we have a fixed Hero Sigerson Stamford Bridge skill to match the description. Note this strength in combat remain unchanged. Like do they fix the description or do they fix the skill itself, right? If they fix the skill itself, how can the strength remain the same? I don't get it. We'll see what exactly is they going to do there. I honestly don't know what the number 6 is. Number 7, we have improved readability, batching quest rule and description. Okay. Number 8, a new king skill is being added, Exile. With the following effect, a city with an active P shield will be forced to randomly teleport to their initial province. If the city does not have a P shield on, then it will take 5% increased damage to take the next 30 minutes. So this skill is definitely a skill to use for the troublemaker roach player in your kingdom. Let's say someone try to be messed up here and they kind of pissed off at how you running the kingdom and they try to like killing a lot of farmer in zone 3 and you cannot force them to teleport out. Oh, this is the skill. You can force that player teleport out to the initial zone and they will no longer have access to like zone 2 and zone 3. Which is very good, I would say. A very nice way to handle with some of the roach player. Next one, Xenomar. So those are some of the updates for this, some of the new key feature for this new update. Let me know what you guys think, guys, in the comment section. Thanks for watching the video, guys.